Love, fragile as crystal, when shattered leaves wounds that are not easily healed. Breaking up is not just the end of a story, but also the beginning of a storm of emotions with a myriad of chaotic feelings, lingering questions with no answers. And when your ex is a master of avoidance, everything becomes as complicated as a love maze. They disappear, become silent, as if you never existed. But hidden beneath that cold exterior are the fragments of emotions they try to bury. Are they being heartless? Or is avoidance just a way to cope with the pain of separation? Will they one day realize their mistake and come back to you? The journey of an avoider after a breakup is like a multi-act play, with complex and unpredictable psychological developments. They will go through stages of denial, struggle, nostalgia, and finally perhaps awakening. This video will unveil the secrets of those 7 stages, helping you understand the script in your ex's mind, thereby gaining the calmness and clarity to control the game your own way. You will learn to let go of fragile hopes, focus on healing and loving yourself. And who knows, your spectacular transformation will make them look back and regret what they have lost. Get ready for a spectacular comeback, my friend. Are you asking yourself, why are they doing this? Do they still love me? Will they ever come back? It's no coincidence that this video has found its way to you. Surely somewhere in your heart, questions and emotions related to your ex still linger, and that's what drew you here. If you want to delve deeper into the 7 stages and the timeline before an avoider returns, subscribe to the channel now so you don't miss the next videos. I will share useful knowledge, real-life stories, and helpful advice to help you get through this difficult period. Let's begin. Stage 1. Relief as emotional release. Breaking up with an avoider is like trying to hold onto a fistful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. When they leave, the first feeling is often one of liberation, a relief like a burden has been lifted. Don't immediately think they are heartless or their feelings were fake. In reality, they are terrified of commitment and attachment. Like a hedgehog puffing up its spines when threatened, they erect barriers to protect themselves from getting hurt. Emotional closeness makes them feel suffocated and uncomfortable. Imagine you're a small fish trapped in a cramped tank instead of swimming freely in the ocean, and you'll understand how they feel. They leave not because they've stopped loving you, but to escape the feeling of being constrained. At this point, they justify their decision with all sorts of reasons. I need to focus on my career. You deserve someone better. I'm not ready. These are just shields to hide their fear and protect themselves from pain. Trust me, they're not thinking about you at this moment. They are busy convincing themselves that breaking up was the right thing to do, that they need freedom and independence. So don't grieve or torment yourself. Take time to care for and develop yourself. See this as an opportunity to transform, to become stronger and more confident. Who knows, your positive change might make them look back and regret their decision. But that's a matter for the future. Now they are immersed in a false freedom, a sweet trap they have set for themselves. Avoidance is just a temporary escape. Suppressed emotions will eventually erupt. Before entering the next stage, remember that you deserve to be happy. Don't let expectations and hopes for someone else dictate your life. Focus on yourself, love and cherish yourself. Stage 2. Doubt begins to creep in. After the false freedom stage, the avoidant ex enters a new chapter with an uninvited guest, doubt. Like a bird afraid of a bending branch, at first they rejoice at escaping the cage of love, spreading their wings in the vast sky. But as night falls and the cold wind rushes in, the bird suddenly feels lost in the vastness. The same goes for your ex. About a month or 2 after the breakup, the feeling of liberation fades, and they begin to doubt their decision. Was breaking up really the right thing to do? Is life alone truly wonderful? Am I regretting this? A series of questions swirls, causing them to struggle. Doubt creeps in like a virus, starting with small memories of you, your favorite food, a familiar melody, your radiant smile. It all comes flooding back, making them miss you and feel remorseful. This stage is torture for the avoider because it forces them to face the emotions they have always been avoiding. They are confused, anxious, and afraid. They try to deny and bury their feelings, but in vain. Doubt is like a seed, waiting for the right moment to sprout. For example, they might come across your picture on social media and feel a pang in their heart. Or when passing by a familiar cafe, they unconsciously stop and stare blankly. These unconscious actions are signs that doubt is growing. So where will this doubt lead them? Will it be strong enough to pull them back to you? The answer lies in the next stage of the avoidant ex journey. Stage 3. The pull of nostalgia. Entering the third month after the breakup, your avoidant ex will step into the third stage, where the pole of nostalgia reigns supreme. While in the previous two stages they were running from their emotions, now they begin to look back at the relationship with you from a different perspective. Imagine watching a movie. At first you might find it exciting and interesting, but it's not until the movie ends that you truly grasp its deeper meaning. The same goes for your ex. When the distance and time are great enough, they can finally see things more objectively and thoroughly. Now they no longer feel suffocated or liberated as before. Instead, they are filled with longing for the beautiful moments you shared. The sweet memories suddenly come alive again. It could be the song you used to listen to together, the street you used to walk down, or simply the warmth of holding hands. It all comes flooding back, making them feel melancholic and wistful. They begin to realize the value you brought to their lives, the things they once took for granted. They regret losing a beautiful love, someone who always cared, shared, and understood them. They wonder, could I find someone else as good as this? Was I wrong to let go? Perhaps they suddenly recall a conversation you had and realize how deeply you understood them. Or they accidentally hear your song and feel a lump in their throat. Or when facing difficulties in life, they long to share their burdens with you as they used to. But nostalgia is not always pleasant. For avoidant people, it's like a mirror forcing them to face the emotions they once tried to ignore. This shakes the narrative they built to justify their departure. They realize that what they once considered liberation has now become an uncomfortable void in their soul. This stage is a crucial turning point, but also an emotional trap for you. You might feel the urge to reach out, thinking, if they miss me, why not let them know I miss them too? But remember, this is still their internal journey. If you appear now, you might inadvertently interrupt this natural process of reflection. Let nostalgia do its work. Instead of trying to pull them back, focus on yourself. As you grow and become more confident, you will become someone they not only miss but truly regret losing. Nostalgia is the wind starting to blow in your favor. Don't try to control it. Let that emotion gradually lead them back in their own way. Because only when they truly confront their feelings will the next step truly be meaningful. Stage 4. Inner turmoil. If the nostalgia in stage 3 is like gentle waves caressing the shore, this stage is like a storm raging within them. The good memories of you have become clearer, but at the same time, the fear of being hurt and the feeling of losing control also arise. They realize that avoidance and distance don't truly bring the peace they once thought. This is when a series of questions arise in their mind. Should I reach out? But what if I get rejected? Should I take the risk? I wonder if they still remember me. Or have they found someone new? What if we get back together and fight like before? I don't want that to happen again. This struggle puts them in a state of hesitation. One day they feel the urge to reconnect, but soon after, the fear of rejection or repeating old conflicts pulls them back. You might notice this instability through their behavior, short messages, interactions on social media, but no real progress. It's not coldness, but the result of inner conflict. For you, this stage can be frustrating and can easily make you feel the need to act to speed up the process. But this is the biggest mistake. They need to face these emotions themselves to find the answers. Any pressure from you at this point can cause them to fall back into their initial avoidance tendencies. Instead, focus on yourself, stay stable, and grow. This not only makes you stronger, but also creates a natural attraction. When they sense stability from you, their inner conflict will lead them to a clearer decision. This stage is a crucial transition where fear begins to give way to true desire. But it still takes time for them to overcome it and move on to real action in the next stage. Stage 5. Testing the waters. After the inner turmoil, your avoidant ex has reached the 5th stage, testing the connection. Like a shy kitten wanting to get to know you, they will take small, cautious steps to probe your reaction. However, they still carry the fear of being hurt, making their approach slow and careful. Signs of reconnection often begin with small actions, and then, the unexpected happened. After days of silence, your ex suddenly breaks the distance with a message. "How are you doing?" They ask innocently, as if there had never been a breakup. Though just a simple inquiry, for you it's like a glimmer of light in the darkness. Could it be that they've started to miss you? Could it be that they want to come back? However, don't rejoice just yet, because hidden within that message is still the shyness and reservation of the avoider. They are still afraid of rejection, still not entirely confident in their feelings. They are gauging your reaction. If you react too coldly, they might feel rejected and withdraw. On the other hand, if you appear too eager, they might worry that things are moving too fast. which could easily make them back off. At this stage, you need to maintain balance. Respond warmly but not too enthusiastically. If they text to check in, a brief and sincere reply is enough. Don't try to overanalyze or place too much expectation on these actions. They are not fully ready to come back, but are testing the waters to see if the relationship still has a chance. Remember, your task is not to push them, but to maintain your composure and stability. When they sense that you are strong and happy, it will make them want to be closer to you. Stage 5 is a tentative step, but if you handle it correctly, it will lay the foundation for a deeper reconnection in the future. Stage 6, reconnection and vulnerability. When entering stage 6, the avoidant X has passed a significant milestone. They begin to truly reconnect with you. These are no longer exploratory signals as before, but clearer steps to explore the possibility of healing. After testing your reaction in the previous stage, they feel safe enough to go further. At this stage, they start to communicate more frequently and deeply. Conversations shift from casual greetings to meaningful topics, such as reminiscing about shared memories or sharing buried emotions. They might admit that they miss you, express regret, or even mention the possibility of getting back together. This is a crucial stage for the avoider because they are forced to confront what they have always feared: vulnerability. They have begun to realize that distance and defensiveness do not bring true peace. Instead, they gradually understand that reconnecting with you requires sincerity and honesty. For you, this is both an opportunity and a challenge. How you react will determine whether this reconnection leads to a positive outcome. Remain warm and open, but there's no need to rush. Let them feel that the relationship can be rebuilt, but on a more mature and healthy foundation. Most importantly, don't lose your own boundaries. Show them you are willing, but not by sacrificing your personal values or returning to old patterns that caused both of you pain. Stage 6 usually begins around the 5th month after the breakup and can last for a while. This is when the foundation for true reconciliation is established. If you maintain a balance between openness and self-respect, the reconnection process will become a bridge leading to the final stage, where both of you can truly start a new chapter together. Stage 7, commitment or closure. And so, after half a year of turmoil with a full spectrum of emotions, we have reached the end of the journey. Stage 7, commitment or closure. This is where the cards are laid on the table and all unknowns are revealed. Your ex will make the final decision: fully commit to rebuilding the relationship or walk away forever. If they choose commitment, it's a sign that they have overcome their fears and are ready to invest in the relationship more seriously. They may express regret, be more open about their feelings, and demonstrate through actions that they want to make amends for past mistakes. This includes prioritizing you and ensuring that the relationship is built on a more mature and healthy foundation. They might say things like, "I know I was wrong. Can you give me another chance? I want us to get back together and make things better," or "I'm ready to love you fully." They can also demonstrate their affection through practical actions like caring for you, spending time with you, and trying to change themselves to be more compatible with you. Conversely, if they decide to close the chapter, it doesn't mean you weren't important enough. Instead, it shows that they are not ready to face the emotional depth that the relationship requires. They may feel grateful for the shared memories but realize they cannot meet you at the level you need. For you, this stage is an opportunity to uphold your self-worth and accept the truth. If they commit, be clear about your expectations and establish a new foundation where both of you can grow together. If they walk away, respect their decision and don't forget to respect yourself. This is not a failure but liberation. Stage 7 brings ultimate clarity. Whatever the outcome, you will emerge from this stage more mature and stronger. This is the time when you can open a new chapter in your life, whether with them or on your own. Whatever choice unfolds, trust that you have gone through this journey with courage and patience, ready to embrace better things ahead. So we have journeyed together through the 7 turbulent stages of the Avoidant X journey. From the early days immersed in a chaotic mix of emotions, you have gradually become more resilient and mature with each of their steps. Whether the ending is happy or not, I believe you have won the battle within yourself. You have learned to be patient, to let go, and most importantly, to love yourself. Like a young bird learning to fly, you may stumble and fall at first, but you will eventually soar and find your own sky. This journey is not just about your ex, but also about your own growth. You bravely face the hurts and losses, only to realize that you are stronger than you ever thought. You have found strength from within, the strength to overcome all difficulties and challenges in life. And now, having reached the end of the journey, you can confidently move forward on your own path, with or without them by your side. Because you know that true happiness does not depend on anyone else, but lies in your own hands. Cherish the lessons learned and turn them into luggage for the future. Continue to love and care for yourself and pursue your passions. Believe that you deserve a beautiful love, a happy life, and a bright future. Don't forget that throughout this journey, you not only followed the changes in your ex, but also accompanied yourself in the process of reclaiming your inner self. You have found pieces of yourself that you may have inadvertently lost in the past relationship. You discovered your strengths, your values, and learned to cherish them. You realize that love is not everything. You have family, friends, career, and countless other wonderful things waiting for you to explore. Broaden your horizons, step out of your comfort zone, and experience new things. You will be surprised at yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I wish you soon find happiness and peace within your soul. Remember, you are always special and deserve the best.